Hey everyone, another quick boring inspection video. We got a 2013 LC 150, Land Cruiser LC 150, or Land Cruiser Prado in Australia, with only 66,000 Ks on it. So there's not going to be a lot to see, but it'll be a good opportunity to have a look and see what might still need doing, even though it's 10 years old, but it's only done 66,000 kilometers. It looks very original. I've just done an oil change on it. Of course, change the sump plug washer, check the oil pickup anyway, it's all good. That's my bit of lubrication. I lubricate, when you take that cover off, sometimes the bolts are a bit tight, give them a clean, give them a spray, some CRC, some spray lithium grease, lubricate those threads, that'll get washed off later, happy days. All the CV drive shaft boots are all good. Suspension now, it is old, it's 10 years old. You're gonna see a bit of weeping, you know, you're gonna see a little bit of something somewhere. It's gonna be, see that bit of dampness there. It's still 10 years old, it still needs to be replaced. So tyres have probably been replaced. They don't look original, they look like they've done 10,000 Ks. So original tyres, best fuel economy, safety on the road. This thing obviously doesn't get used off-road, at least at this stage, but he might have plans for it. Front brake pads are original, they're about half worn at the front, not too bad. Top board joint, standard bit of sort of sweating, nothing to worry about there. Let's have a look at the control arms, the splitting situation. You know, it's the normal. Can't really see much going on in there. I'll say that's all really good condition at the moment, so you save $2,000 there. So by getting the lower K vehicle that hasn't been worn out, you do save money sometimes, but look, it's going to need suspension. I mean, this will do, don't get me wrong, it'll do the job. It's nothing urgent, but it is 10 years old, it's worn. I suspect this has done a lot of shorter, lower kilometer trips also, because the rear brake pads, we'll get to that. I mean, I'll get to that, but they're a bit low. They're lower than they would be at 66,000 Ks. But up the front, nothing to see here. All the bearings feel good. You don't need to replace those at the moment. So you saved $1,000 there. You saved $2,000 on lower control arms. Because I'm comparing to a lot of people buying 200,000 or 300,000 kilometer vehicles. And maybe I should call the video why you, maybe some, what do you get when you buy a low kilometer vehicle? This is what you get. You get to save, all those bushes are good. You don't need to change that or the labour. The drive shafts are good. Suspension, it's okay, you know. It's only on 66, but I'd put suspension in it. Nothing else needs to be done. Front brakes are okay. Tyres are okay, unless you're going off-road. You can upgrade the tyres. It all looks really original on the bash plate. Never been off-road. Turbo's bone dry, so you don't need to worry about that. Engine's bone dry, of course, just like they are at 200,000 to 300,000 Ks, so no advantage there. I'd do a transmission flush anyway because it's 10 years old, so that's something that I'd do on the next visit, or do yourself, whatever the case may be. It won't be happening today or on this visit, because it's booked in for what it's booked in for, and that is to do some service work and have a look what it needs. Of course, we've lubricated all the drive shafts because we don't know who else has. That's my glove marks and that from holding things and whatever. So yep, that's all done. People don't know about this fuel filter. I've seen people asking a lot of questions about this lately, so it's all in the videos. There's probably a playlist called fuel filters or how to change your fuel filter. That'll show you how to change this one. This one is only on the 1KD FTV diesel and the 1GD FTV. It's not on the 1KZ and it's not on the V6 petrol. I'm not going to go into any more detail on how to change it or why that is. It's just how it is. So if you can't find it, it's because it's not there. It's up above the tail shaft, right underneath, right between the muffler and the fuel tank, tail shaft, fuel filter, right? Can't miss it, especially when it's shiny and new. Move to the back, not a lot to see here either. So I'm starting to think, has it had a speedo job done on it? Because these pads, they do actually look a bit lower than they normally would, but I'm thinking maybe just a bit more stop-start driving more than usual sort of thing. The rear pads on these Prados do wear quicker than the front, believe it or not, so that's all normal as far as that goes. It's hit a muddy puddle at least at some stage because it's had a bit of mud splash over there, and always check these, make sure they move, up and down and they're clear so it can breathe. That one could probably do with a bit of a clean. Anyway, we'll get to that. Fuel filler hose on the 150s, no problem, don't touch that. Like I said, rear brakes probably need doing by 70,000 Ks, let's say. They probably last 80 or 90 before they're metal to metal, so somewhere there anyway, ballpark indication. All your drive shafts good. There's not going to be any wear in that. There's nothing underneath this vehicle to worry about. It's a Prado. It's going to be good for hundreds of thousands of Ks. So the maintenance starting from the back, I would do rear brake pads. You just get on lsiauto.com.au and get the discount using the discount code 4B4-2023 and get the genuine rear brake pads and just chuck those straight in. I've lubricated the drive shaft. We've done the fuel filter. I'll do a transmission flush. It's probably going to be fairly clean, but then again, you never know these short trips. So you're going to be looking $300 or $400 for a good oil flush there. Pan doesn't need to come off. No need to do that. That would be a waste of time. These bushes, they're good. Everything we said here is good. Front brakes are good. There's nothing else to see here. How boring is that? I don't know, I told you, another boring inspection video, but hopefully quite informative. So if you liked it, hit the like button, and bada bing, bada boom. We'll catch you on the next video. Subscribe if you don't want to miss it. See ya.